done in Code RealTime. So this relates to the outline view, which shows you the structure of the currently open text file that you have here. And previously, we only showed art elements in the outline view. So here, for example, we would show protocols, capsules, etc. But we wouldn't show, for example, these C++ code snippets that could be inside code snippets of these art elements. But now we do that. And for example, for this header preface, we have this include here, and you can double click to navigate to it. There is also a small summary in the top of each code snippet that shows a little bit what it contains. In this case, there is only one include, so it's a small one. Another improvement is that we added a new node called state machine that groups all the contents of the state machine so that it's not mixed with other things that now will come under the capsule. And we added other small improvements is that we now add the type of element in small text afterwards, because the language server protocol that is used here have a fixed set of icons that can be used, which is like the union of common programming languages. And for example, for a class, we need to use that both for capsules and class. So now that text you see here in gray can help you know if it's a capsule or if it's a class with a state machine. If we take another example that is slightly more complex, here we have a big C++ code snippet with lots of contents in the RT-decal. And if we scroll up, we see that this one has 17 declarations, 2 includes, and 3 macros. So the nice thing about this outline view compared to the one that C-lang language server gives you is that this one also keeps track of macros and includes and do not expand them by pre-processing. So here you can double click on macros and navigate to them also. Some other improvements we did is that we added the value for enum literals. We now support also nested structs, so shown here below the other struct. What else can we say? Yeah, there is type alias support. Templates show like this with T within angle brackets to show that it's a template function. And in this code snippet here, we have the corresponding implementations, which look similar as the declarations. There is another hidden feature in VS Code that you need to turn on. So now I have turned it on, but I think it's off by default. It's called follow cursor. So if you have that on, you can then click on different places in the file, and then it will highlight the corresponding place in the outline view to make it easier for you to follow where in the file you're currently having your cursor. There is also another feature, even more hidden, is that you can press F3 key to get this little pop-up, and there you can either filter or search. So if you type something here, it will by default try to highlight the items matching the type text. But if you click this filter button, it will actually reduce the view to only show the matching elements, which can, of course, significantly shrink the tree if it's big. And this little toggle button here is a fuzzy match feature. So if you click that, the text doesn't have to match exactly what you type. But that's a very hidden feature that I've asked VS Code to make a little bit more visible, for example, by adding it in this menu. But right now, you just have to know about the F3 key binding. Finally, there is this breadcrumb view that also is updated as you click here, because this actually comes from the outline view. So it just shows the same information as in the outline view, but one flattened path down to where the cursor is currently placed. Any questions on the outline view?